is your next lesson, all about percentages of amounts.
You need to move because I need to do a lesson for the children. Thank you. Okay, and you, Cutie, you need to move as well. Let's go. Let's go. Off we go. Well done. Okay, so in the previous lesson, we were thinking about what percentages are. So if we had 7%, that is 7 parts out of 100. So we would write that as the fraction 7 over 100. And then to work out the decimal, we would do 7 divided by 100, which is 0.07. And that's what you were doing yesterday. So today, you're going to be calculating percentages of amounts. And some of you might know how to do this already, but I really want you to understand why we use certain calculations to work out a percentage. So for example, some of you may already know that to find 50% of an amount is the same as finding half or dividing it by 2. But why do we do that? Well, if we write 50% as a fraction, we get 50 hundredths. And then if we simplify this fraction and divide the denominator and the numerator by the same amount, we get a half. And we know that finding half of an amount means we divide by 2. So 50% is the same as 50 hundredths, which is the same as a half, and that's why we divide by 2 when we find 50%. Right, let's work out how to find 10% of an amount. So 10% is the same as 10 hundredths. If we simplify that, we get 1/10. And to find 1/10 of an amount, sorry about that, Lyra nearly pushed my laptop off the chair. So to find 10%, we find a tenth. And finding a tenth is the same as dividing by the denominator. It's the same as dividing by 10. So to find 10%, we divide by 10. Nice and simple. So 25%, what would we do? So 25% is the same as 25 hundredths. If we simplify it, it's the same as finding a quarter. What do we do to find a quarter? We divide by 4. Okay, so for 25%, we divide by 4 because it's the same as a quarter. I'll show you one more and then we'll do a question together. 75%. So, as a fraction, it's 75 hundredths. If we simplify it, we get 3 quarters. Now you know how to find 3 quarters of an amount. You divide by the denominator, multiply by the numerator. So for 75%, you would divide by 4. Then, whatever answer you get for that, you would multiply it by 3. Here, I've put some steps to success to help you, some little tips to help you with the lesson today. So you are going to be solving questions where you're finding percentages of amounts. So let's do one together. So if the question was find 50% of 24 centimetres, we know that 50% is the same as a half, therefore we divide by 2. So we're doing 24 divided by 2. We can use our magic maths for that. And our answer is 12. Make sure when you put your answer in, you really look at your units of measure and make sure that your answer includes those as well. So that's a nice simple one to start with. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do 10% of 360 kilograms. So 10% is the same as a tenth, and to find a tenth, we divide by 10. So we're doing 360 divided by 10. Again, we can use our magic maths for this. We can imagine the number sliding to the right, and we get 36. And remember, our answer needs to be with the correct units of measure. Okay, just one more. Okay, so the last one we're going to do is 75% because that's quite a tricky one. And we're going to do 75% of 160. So for 75%, we divide by 4 first of all, because it's the same as finding 3/4 of 160. So we divide by 4 first. Our magic maths is used. We know that's 40. Then with this answer, we multiply by the numerator. And that gives us 120. Okay, so your task today is to choose which coloured questions to do. So choose the questions that suit you. The answers are all there so that you can check if you're on the right track. Right. Are you ready, Johnny?
Yep.
Okay. You might notice that some of the questions involve percentages that I haven't gone through yet. But that's okay, because you can use other percentages to make new ones. So for example, if we had find 30% of £90, well, we can find 10% by dividing by 10. 10% would be £9. And then just think about what you'd have to do to get 30%. If you know that 10% is £9, 30% would have to be 3 times that answer, which will give you £27. If your question was find 5% of £90. Well, let's find 10%. So 10% we divide by 10. If 10% is £9, how do we find 5%? Well, 5% is half of 10. So therefore, we would have to half £9. So use the percentages that you know to help you find other trickier percentages. That's the extra challenge for today.